Both Coxes with their arms in the air. It almost turns into a bit of a mind game, this. You want to make sure you're perfectly ready. I suspect a very quick start will come as soon as Matt Dawson takes his hand down, and here we go. Was that quick start? The crew's got away well. I'm delighted to have Sarah Winklis here to give us some insight.
Yeah, interesting this one. I umpired the final of the PE last year, and watching it now, we've been watching to see who is going to be joining Scotch College from Melbourne tomorrow in the final. Shiplake, they've had such a strong regatta coming through, fast times all the way, Greg, and look, a little bit of steering there for the Radley crew. They need to get themselves up and running, because we can see that the Shiplake crew have had a fast start all week, and you know, you just want to stay on time, don't you?
Yeah, you don't do anything that slows the boat down. There's a little wander off their station there. Matt Dawson might be a bit disappointed. I always blame the bowman when the boat doesn't go straight. So Freddie Corner, Will Hegarty up there in the bow seat want to make sure they're the ones who are pressing the boat out nicely. The Cox can't do too much in the first 5 strokes or so. And now Shiplake have found their pace and have just started to ease up to about a canvas lead. As we have a look in here in the Shiplake crew, Jamie Pond in the coxing seat, William Dolan taking a look across and realising we've got a canvas. Now can we squeeze out more?
Yeah, I saw this yesterday. Shiplake, they'd like to keep their rate really high. They like to keep racing, and we saw this be so effective for them there. Radley, their coach, who's just upstairs above us. I know he's watching down this course, pretending to be cool as a cat, but you know, it's such tough. And I said, are they ready? He said, well, they are. Let's see how they get on today. He's prepared them, but now it's up to these 9 men.
And now we'll see how they go, the Radley crew. Max Dunlap, Archie McChesney backing him up, setting up this rhythm for this Radley crew. And I think they've got themselves into good rhythm. But that sprinting Shiplake crew on the far side have managed to continue moving as they come up now. They're past the barrier and they're getting into this area where you get a little bit lonely in the middle of the course, and the Coxes really have to work hard.
Yeah, and don't forget the standard of these schoolboy 8s. This is the biggest event that they will be part of. They'll have been rowing for maybe 2-3 years for many of them, and it'll be their first Henley Regatta. And you just can't imagine. You can see now here on the Saturday, this is a beautiful course, but the water is beginning to get a bit choppy. There's lots of boats here. They want to be part of the action. They want to be part of the spectacle. And it's trickier than ever to keep your rhythm and keep your flow on the boat. And Shiplake, looking at that, we can't miss their stripes in the yellow and the black and the purple. They've done exactly what they did yesterday. They've just kept it high. Their coxswain, he'll like what he can see as he looks over the right-hand side there. He's looking at the opposition, the Radley boat, because he'll be seeing maybe their 4-man, their 5-man that he's level with.
And the Shiplake crew, I think, will be very pleased with how they've been able to perform here. They won the school's head of the river when it happened on very rough water. When it was in tricky conditions, it was shortened. They're a crew that can certainly sprint, but now they're going to prove, can they do it out over 2,112 metres on the river? And their coaches, as you say, Dave Curry, Hugh McWorth, they've kept them away from other crews. They've trained with the Leander Thames Cup 8, and they're going to use that experience now of racing against more senior men here against the schoolboys from Radley on their left.
Yeah, Hugh McPraid, he was in the Henley Royal himself in the double sculls. I think he's qualified for maybe 20 years, and we saw him go out early on in the competition, so he'll now be able to focus on this schoolboy 8. Radley on the other side, let's look at them and see what they're doing really well. They're getting that length out there. This is a very good schoolboy 8, but they're coming up across a slightly better one, Greg, and we can see from the markers Shiplake keep moving away, but Radley, they're still in it. It's half a length.
I'm not so sure they've come up against a better one. This crew from Radley at the bottom of the screen in red and white, moving really smoothly here, coached by Sam Townsend. Came out of the Great Britain squad sculling program, with John Gearing working with them, and they've got this crew into really nice rhythm. They're still moving. I think they could be moving back. That rhythm that was being set up by that stern pair of Dunlap and McChesney.
Yeah, to see Sam Townsend and John Gearing, I think they're both working on this crew, and they've worked so hard to get these guys ready. And Sam Townsend's, of course, always the figurehead, but John has supported Sam and helped him with that transition, Greg, from rowing, and you'll know how hard it is to coaching, is different skills. You have to understand what each athlete needs, and at the moment what each athlete needs is to focus, keep those blades coming down, because this is a humdinger of a semi-final.
Well, now they're going to need all their experience, they're going to need all of their racing mind, their racing focus and determination, as we see Freddie Corner's back in the bow seat, and it shows the bow seat of Radley have moved through the crew from Shiplake. The crew from Shiplake can sprint, but can they keep it going? Now they're coming towards the enclosures. Now all that experience. Archie McChesney, his mother is Annabelle Ayres, a fantastic member of the Great Britain's women's team, one of those who started off the turn from our women's team from not being able to get medals to starting to set the platform that we see now. And the platform in this Radley crew that they set in the early part of the race has worked for them. They're up to nearly a half boat length lead.
Oh my goodness, and this is when you know the 2,100 metre course of Henley does pay. You know, the Shiplake course, that short course on the head we took, was only 5 minutes long. This race will be at least 6.5, 7 I think, and Radley, they're just pressing on 13 and nearly a stone a man heavier, and I think sometimes in this slight headwind that we're seeing today, you know, that extra weight can make a difference. But the Shiplake crew, we saw them get out quick, they saw them hold the rate high. It worked for them yesterday, but they're going to have to find something more, because Radley have got the advantage coming into the enclosures.
Radley certainly have, as you say, an average weight of 13 stone 10. That makes pretty big schoolboys, and these pretty big schoolboys have done fantastically well as they're coming down now through the last part of the enclosures. Now they're moving well together. Now they know the way this race is going to go. It's only about 7 or 8 strokes to the line, and they've made it count through the middle. They've delivered when it mattered. And the Radley crew coming down to their line, and it looks like they're going to take this semi-final, the Prince Elizabeth Challenge Cup, ahead of the crew from Shiplake. And there it is, the win for Radley, about a length over Shiplake.
Oh my goodness, Radley there banging the boat, delighted. They're going to meet Scots College tomorrow, Greg. It's going to be a great final.
So pleasing really for Sam Townsend and John Gearing. As we say, Sam in his first year of running the programme, or working with that programme at Radley. And let's just see how they get away from the start and then get into the pace which they were able to hold right through the middle of the race. So very excited that we've got a guest in our commentary box, that Jimmy Tompkins has come to join us. So Jimmy, welcome to the commentary box here.
Thank you very much. It's great to be here and great to be back at Henley.
And James Tompkins, of course, stroke man of the awesome foursome, or usually stroke man of the awesome foursome. How many Olympic golds?
3 golds and a bronze along the way.
Yeah, I remember the bronze and one of those golds particularly well myself, because I was a little bit too close to them on the wrong side.
Yeah. Indeed.